Hello everyone, this is Lightstream Live. My name is Leonid. I'm excited to share some great news with you. Soon, very soon, the release of the new version of Lightstream is coming. 3.3.3.3.3.3.03. And I managed to get a list of changes, innovations, and additions that will be in this version. For now, this is a brief overview of the new features, and we'll get to know the new version in more detail after its release on the official Lightstream website. Well, let's get started. An option to launch ArtNet along with the program startup has been added. Well, that's great. A cache has been added to the RAM when playing sequences. Awesome. Now, the sequence should lag less. But in theory, let's see how it works in practice. An option setting for repeating a loaded sequence, video sequence, has been added. When you load several PNG files, it creates a sequence. And now there will be an option somewhere to repeat this sequence, meaning looping. Let's see how this will be implemented. The ability to identify selected devices in 2D, 3D, and on a real object has been added. Most likely, you can select a specific device, probably a pixel, or a lamp, or a light fixture, like ping it, probably, and it will blink both in the program in 3D. And, right, for example, a light or a pixel behind me will blink. Cool. We'll see, it's very interesting. An option for static object glow has been added to the 3D modules. Probably for some kind of visualization, meaning if, for example, you place a post or something else, you can simply make that object glow. So most likely it's something like the emission option in Blender or in 3D Max, where the texture just starts to glow. Awesome! An option to change the DMX mode on the converter ports in. And RDM has been added. This is a very, very cool update. I think you'll find it very useful. Many needed to have in somewhere, out somewhere else, and possibly even RDM. Well, RDM, let's see how it works. There are, of course, many nuances with RDM. But I'm not really talking about Lightstream, just about the remote device management technology itself. But since it has been added, it means some of you requested it, because almost 90% of the updates are based on your requests. An option for case sensitivity of devices in 2D and 3D has been added. Linking of 2D devices to 3D. So, if you have a device, for example, a light named Papa with a capital letter, and somewhere else it's Papa with a lowercase, they won't automatically link. Therefore, you will need to maintain case sensitivity. The ability to duplicate devices and converters has been added. You don't need to click the plus sign to add. You can simply clone it. I think this is a very useful feature. During export, an export status icon has been added to the Windows taskbar. So, at the bottom, most likely where the clock is, there will be an icon showing how the export process is going. You can minimize the program and monitor the export process while working on something else. Cool. In the Help menu, Lightstream has added links to their resources, most likely the official website and tech support on Telegram. Convenient. All programs have it. PlayStream didn't, but now it does. A hotkey has been added with the Latin letter G. You can use it to toggle the grid display in 3D mode. Well, as I understand it, G stands for grid, so it makes sense. The spout effect has been added, which allows you to combine effects with other programs like After Effects, Touch Designer, Resolution, and others. Spout is a technology, but as I understand it, in Lightstream it will be added as an effect. So, you add the effect to a track or layout and can export images from other programs into this layout. I think for real time, this is really cool. If no composition has been created in your project, a Create Composition button has been added in the mapping window. These are the new features, but that's not all. Let's do it quickly. The Export Import Settings window for LS to the player has been completely updated and improved. I saw this with my own eyes. It's cool. When I showed you in the old video how to do it, exporting settings, calendar, and device converters to the player, there was just a small window, 2 checkboxes, and that's it. Now you can immediately. A large dialog window opens, and you can immediately select the players to export to, enter the login, and enter the password. So you don't have to jump between windows, switching from calendar mode to editor mode. Everything is in export mode. You press this button at the top, on the right, and everything gets exported. You can set everything up right away. Cool. That's convenient. Very convenient. When the visibility of devices is turned off in 2D, their visibility will also be turned off in 3D. So the eye icon will work for both 2D and 3D modes. I think that's convenient too. In the 2D Magic Button window, an automatic camera selection feature has been added. So, if you've already chosen the view from which you'll export from 3D, mapping to 2D, then that same camera. When you press this button, it will already be selected. So, whatever mode you're in, that will be the one used for export when you press this button. That's convenient. No need to go back into the menu and select the camera again. Excellent. That's awesome. Well done. In the Search and Settings window of ART.net, the actual mask of the converters appears. Previously, it would get messed up. I had this problem with my converter, which is behind me. But now, it seems they've solved this problem. Let's see. They also mentioned that the spline drawing tool has been improved. That is, when you've already drawn something, you can now continue the spline. And somehow they've improved this tool even more. Let's see. It's very interesting. Let's look at another change. There are just so many. Well, here's a small change. Now, when you create a project and choose the folder where you created it, the default export path for this project will be set to where you created the project. I think this is definitely convenient too. This way, you won't get lost, and if you export something, it will be right in the project. There's still just one file, usually ALS, and there will probably be export queues. Come on. Those are the changes. I haven't even told you everything yet. There are so many. And the last thing we have is a fix. Various errors in the set channels effect have been fixed. Yes, that's good. Rarely does anyone need this effect. Rarely does anyone use it. But those who use it with difficulty. But now, hopefully, all the problems will be resolved. I think Constantine even talked specifically about the set channels effect during the last training when he was discussing RGBW, or something else there. But it's not only related to that. Set channels. I heard that you can output both sound and basically do anything through this effect. In general, it's a good thing, and if they fixed it and it works well, it will be just great. Let's move on. What other fixes are there? Yes, I read in tech support that some people complained that the program was somehow working incorrectly and mapping with the built-in Intel graphics card. And, as they say, in these fixes and changes, this error has already been resolved. There are some improvements in 3D when moving objects. Now, 3D should lag less, and overall the program should be more optimized and require fewer resources. And also, as I mentioned, they added a cache for sequences and updated 3D. They improved mapping with built-in graphics cards, possibly reworking and doing something to make the program as polished as possible. Because, as I mentioned in the previous video digest, most likely the next version, and this version is almost confirmed, is the version. After this version, there will be a significant lull in the release of new versions. This version needs to be polished so that it works stably, all effects are clear, and everyone has everything they need. That's the company's plan. And why? Yes, because the next version most likely will be 4.0. And it will be simply grand, completely reworked. I can't wait. Well, here's another rookie mistake, where if the program's FPS is set not to 44, not 40, but to 0, the program would crash. Well, it happens. These are sort of rookie mistakes, as I call them. Like something that completely breaks the program. It happens. Well, no worries, it's been fixed. It's unlikely that it was common for someone to set it to 0. Maybe it was accidental that someone instead of 44, well, just accidentally, instead of 90 put 0. Or erased. Wrote there. 32, erased, pressed, enter, and that's it, the program would crash. That won't happen anymore. Well, there are a lot of updates and fixes. We're waiting for this version. When it will be out, I don't know, but most likely very soon. So congratulations to everyone on the upcoming release of the new version of Lightstream. We will be eagerly waiting for it. We hope everything in it will be great. And it will bring us a lot of joy in our work. And I'm glad I could share such an insider tip with you. I found a document with a hidden changelog. And immediately told you what to expect. And on this happy note, I bid you farewell. I wish you all a good mood as well. Of course, we have training coming up soon. We'll meet everyone there too. Everything will be great. There are many newcomers, which is awesome. The veterans will be there too, but the newcomers are the main focus. By the way, it's not just the program that's getting updated. If you noticed, I have a new skin, this Lightstream white hoodie. It's nice. I'll be presenting in it. In front of you, also look, what? There are bags. Opa, Pa. It says Lightstream on both sides. It's cool. In this bag. And these hoodies will be given to everyone who attends the training. And maybe there will be something else, but that will be a surprise. I don't even know myself, but I'll keep the hoodie for myself. Well, all right. Goodbye, everyone.